Hi, book lover. Welcome to your library, our library, where seats are accredited and corporate certified. It's all about fun in the reading culture. My name is MD Njiru, the artist. In today's video, we are looking at the 48 Laws of Power by Robert Greene. Law number 1. Never outshine the master. Always make those above you feel comfortably superior. In your desire to please or impress them, don't go too far in displaying your talents, or you might accomplish the opposite. That is, inspire fear and insecurity. Make your masters appear more brilliant than they are, and you'll attain the heights of power. Rule number 2. Never put too much trust in friends. Learn how to use your enemies. Be wary of friends. They will betray you more quickly, for they are easily aroused to envy. They also become spoiled and tyrannical. But hire a former enemy and you'll be more loyal than a friend because he has more to prove. In fact, you have more to fear from friends than from enemies. If you have no enemies, find a way to make them. Rule number 3. Conceal your intentions. Keep people off balance and in the dark by never revealing the purpose behind your actions. If you have no clue what you're if they have no clue what you're up to, they cannot prepare defense. Get them far enough down the wrong path. Envelop them in enough smoke, and by the time they realize your intentions, it will be too late. Rule number 4. Always say less than necessary. When you're trying to impress people with words, the more you say, the more common you appear, and the less in control. If you are saying something banal, it will seem original if you make it vague, open ended, and sphinx like. Powerful people impress and intimidate by saying less. The more you say, the more likely you are to say something foolish. Law number 5. So much depends on reputation. Guard it with your life. Reputation is the cornerstone of power. Through reputation alone, you can intimidate and win. Once you sleep, however, you are vulnerable and you'll be attacked on all sides. Make your reputation unassailable. Always be alert to potential attacks and thwart them before they happen. Meanwhile, learn to destroy your enemies by opening holes in their own reputations. Then stand aside and let public opinion hang them. Rule number 6. Court attention at all costs. Everything is judged by appearance. What is seen counts for nothing. Never let yourself get lost in the crowd. Then, all buried in oblivion. Stand out. Be conspicuous at all costs. Make yourself a magnet of attention by appearing larger, more colorful, more mysterious than the bald and timid masses. Rule number 7. Get others to do the work for you, but always take the credit. Use the wisdom, knowledge, and legwork of other people to further your own cause. Not only will such assistance save your valuable time and energy, it will give you godlike aura of efficiency and speed. In the end, your helpers will be forgotten and you'll be remembered. Never do yourself what others can do for you. Rule number 8. Make other people come to you. Use bait if necessary. When you force the other person to act, you are the only one in control. It's always better to make your opponent come to you, abandoning his own plans in the process. Lure him with fabulous gains, then attack. You hold the cards. Law number 9. Win through actions, never through arguments. Any momentary triumph you gain through argument is really a pyrrhic victory. The resentment and ill will you stir up is stronger and lasts longer than any momentary change of opinion. It's more powerful to get others to agree with you through your action without saying a word. Demonstrate, don't explicate. Rule number 10, infection. Avoid the unhappy and unlucky. You can die from someone else's misery. Emotional states are as infectious as diseases. You may feel you are helping the drowning man, but you're only precipitating your own disaster. The unfortunate sometimes draw misfortune on themselves. They'll also don't draw it onto you. Associate with the happy and fortunate instead. Rule number 11, learn to keep people dependent on you. To maintain your independence, you must always be needed and wanted. The more you're laid upon, the more freedom you have. Make people depend on you for their happiness and prosperity, and you have nothing to fear. Law number 12, use selective honesty and generosity to disarm your victim. Once one sincere and honest move will cover over dozens of dishonest ones. Open hearted gestures of honesty and generosity bring down the guard of even the most suspicious people. Once once your selective honesty opens a hole in their armor, you can deceive and manipulate them at will. Rule number 13, when asking for help, appeal to people's self interest, never to their mercy or gratitude. If you need to turn to an ally for help, don't bother to remind him of your past assistant and good deeds. He'll find a way to ignore you. Instead, uncover something in your request or in your alliance with him that will benefit him and emphasize it with all your proportion. Rule number 14, pose as a friend, work as a spy. Knowing about your level is critical. Use spies to gather valuable information that will keep you a step ahead. Better still, play the spy yourself. Rule number 15, crush your enemy totally. All the great leaders since Moses have known that a feared enemy must be crushed completely. Rule number 16, use absence to increase respect and honor. Too much circulation makes the price go down. The more you are seen and heard from, the more common you appear. If you are already established in a group, temporarily withdraw from it. It will make you more talked about, even more admired. Law number 17. Keep others in suspended terror. Cultivate an air of unpredictability. Humans are creatures of habit with an insatiable need to see familiarity in other people's actions. Your predictability gives them a sense of control. Turn the tables. Be deliberately unpredictable. Rule number 18. Do not build fortress to protect yourself. Isolation is dangerous. The world is dangerous and enemies are everywhere. Everyone has a way to protect themselves. A fortress seems the safest, but isolation exposes you to more dangers than it protects you from. Rule number 19. Know who you are dealing with. Do not offend the wrong person. There are many different kinds of people in the world. You can never assume that everyone will react to your strategies in the same way. Rule number 20, do not commit to anyone. It's the fool who rushes to take sides. Do not commit to any side or cause but yourself. By maintaining your independence, you become the master of others. Playing people against another, making them pursue you. Rule number 21, play a sucker to catch a sucker. Seem dumper than your mark. No one, like, no one likes feeling stupider than the next person. The trick is to make your victim feel smart and not just smart, but smarter than you are. Once convinced of this, they will never suspect that you have ulterior motives. Law number 22, use the surrender tactic. Transform weakness into power. When you are weak and never fight for honor's sake, choose surrender instead. Surrender gives you time to recover, time to torment and retreat your conqueror, and time to wait for his power to win. Don't give him the satisfaction of fighting and defeating you. Surrender first. Book lover, kindly like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell for part 2. Thank you for watching.